Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman here, coming to you from the Grand Hotel on Mackinac Island, where the Detroit Regional Chamber of Commerce's annual policy conference takes place, and we are so glad to be a part of it. And here's the mom, the big sister, the mom, yeah, COO of the Detroit Regional Chamber of Commerce, Tammy Carnrike, who incidentally is featured in our backdrop here. Yeah. I don't remember a day you didn't look great, so we're there.
You, Chris, again.
It's
Thank
good to
you.
be
Thank you
with
for
you
the
too.
invitation.
You know what else? This is such a phenomenal job. I mean, there is no day in the year and probably place on the planet that this happens, where everybody is in the same spot.
Yeah. In fact, I was talking with Suzanne Clark from the U.S. Chamber
Yeah.
last night, and I told her about, every year we have a metropolitan chamber come to visit because they want to do this.
Yeah.
No one's ever been able to do it.
Yeah.
And she said the closest thing is West Virginia takes over the Greenbrier. Well, that's
sure.
not nothing compared to what we take over.
Yeah, that's
So we're very proud that it's our 43rd year. We're still going strong, and no one can replicate it.
no, it is unbelievable what happens here. Now let's go behind the scenes a little bit, because this is not something that would you start planning about 6 weeks out?
2 weeks after.
Yeah.
2 weeks after this one ends, we'll be planning next year's.
What are you doing with the 2 weeks, for God's sakes? I mean,
Unpack the truck, unpack everything, get all the things together, get settled, and get schedules done for the chair and get to work.
well, the other thing that you have, besides getting everybody in one place, is the speakers you have and the presentations you have. And I went through my invites the other night, and it's like, it's treacherous because I want to be at all of them and I
It's
can't.
hard. It's very hard. And we do try to curate it. So if there's a particular area of interest, so like, up front today in the afternoon, you have three very powerful
Yeah.
female leaders that are national and going to bring a really good perspective. Then you've got the national and global politics with Chuck Todd and Paul Ryan and Harold. I mean,
Yeah.
and then you end the day with Dan Gilbert and the mayor of Detroit, Mayor Duggan, and then you kick off the next morning. And I mean, it
just
is a
keeps
lot.
coming.
It just keeps coming, but we have to make sure you get value for your investment.
Well, everybody gets value for their investment. How many people are involved in this? How many are you holding a big stick over?
To put this together?
Yeah.
Oh, so we have about 48 of our own staff, and then we have probably over 100 contractors that work with us, especially for production technology, all the AV, that big LED screen you see, et cetera. So we've got and then count the Grand Hotel team in there, all the security that's supporting us. We can get close to 200 that make this happen.
I'm glad you brought up the Grand Hotel's team, because it wasn't too many years ago. It was under different ownership when Dan Musser was here. Has it worked out? I mean, it appears that it has, but you never know behind the scenes.
It's worked out seamlessly.
Really?
David Jursak, who's the president here, works very, very hard to make sure everything goes smoothly. He's very, very in tune with politics and business.
Yeah.
So he knows, based on our conference, what's going to be needed. They take care of our customers very, very well. They've been investing in the properties. It's been a great transition. We're really pleased.
I ran into him, talked to him a little earlier, and I told him, it's to us, the attendees, it's seamless. I don't know if there were problems. I don't want to know if there were problems.
That's good. As long as you don't know, that's great.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So tell me about the quagmire you jumped through to get speakers, because at one time I was part of an organization that had entertainers come in.
Oh, sure.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, it was putting a puzzle together.
So, we first, obviously we put together our theme and our pillars. From that is how we develop the agenda, and that's how we look then for what speakers. So, we always go for national speakers, but we also have to always have Michigan CEOs, right?
Right.
So we start with the keynote speakers. And, first of all does anybody on the committees have friends and family to these speakers to help us out?
Oh,
When not, then we have to go to speakers bureaus.
yeah.
And that's usually when you pay for them too.
Yeah.
So we do what we have to do to get the large keynote speakers first. Then we go to the panels, which we look at Michigan CEOs, entrepreneurs, et cetera. So we do have a formula down for it. It's never easy though, because you can have a list of 30 speakers you want and end up only being able to get 10.
Yeah. It's funny, events like this, they say, every 5, 6 years you should tweak them, make them really look different. This looks different every year
Every year.
with the same formula.
Someone said to me in an interview the other day, I think it was Chuck Stokes, he goes, what's your toughest challenge with the conference? And I said, well, first of all, it's not tough.
Yeah.
It's not tough.
Oh, look at you.
I like this. I said, but it's keeping relevant.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Well,
Year after year, we can tweak on how to make things better, add things, make things more special, but we have to stay relevant every year.
one of the things I've loved most about this is that the after effects, you always have a program of work that comes out of this.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. And last year, the power of and.
Yeah.
It's still going.
Yeah.
It's being used by speakers, whether it be government, business, etc. And it's going to actually be on stage. Matt Elliott's going to talk about it in a Mackinac moment to really talk about the impact it had.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Well, Tammy Carnrike, CEO of the Detroit Regional Chamber of Commerce and mom of this policy conference, which we're broadcasting from. Thanks for making time for us. We appreciate it because I know how busy you really are.
Thank you for always having me.
No, I love having you. I do. All right. You're watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman. We'll be back with more.